You know the coconut, right? We see them everywhere. In the grocery store, on those perfect tropical postcards, in all sorts of food and drinks. It's gotta be one of the most famous fruits on the planet. But have you ever stopped to think about how a fruit that grows on a tree that can't move somehow managed to conquer the entire world? Well, its journey is one of nature's most amazing stories. So that's the big mystery we're going to dig into. How did this fruit, which starts out stuck on a tree, end up colonizing pretty much every tropical coastline on the globe? It's this epic botanical journey, and it involves a natural superpower and, later on, a crucial team up with humans. All right, so to solve this puzzle, we have to go back, way back, to the beginning. Like any great traveler, the coconut has an origin story, and ours begins in the warm coastal waters of the Indo-Pacific. Now, scientists are pretty sure about this, thanks to fossil records and genetic mapping. They've pinpointed the coconut's birthplace right here, in this huge region. And you know what? Its perfect design for coastal life gave it a major head start for the incredible journey that was ahead. So, how did it leave home? This is where the story gets really fascinating. Long before any person thought to pick one up and carry it, the coconut had its own built-in travel plan. You could almost call it a natural superpower that made it one of history's greatest explorers. The coconut is basically a natural life raft. I mean, think about it. It's got this thick, fibrous husk that's super tough and waterproof, so it protects the seed inside. But the real secret? That little air pocket inside. That's what makes it float so incredibly well. It's truly an evolutionary masterpiece, just perfectly designed for the sea. And the process was just so simple. It's elegant. A ripe coconut would just fall off a tree, plop into the ocean, and then get swept away by the currents. It would just drift. And eventually, it'd wash up on some distant shore. And if the conditions were right, boom, it would sprout and grow into a brand new tree. But what's truly mind-blowing is its sheer endurance. We're not talking about a little trip across the bay here. A single coconut can survive for months, floating in the ocean, getting battered by waves, baked by the sun, and still be ready to sprout when it hits land. That incredible resilience is what let it cross entire oceans all by itself. So as impressive as this whole solo journey was, things were about to get a massive boost. The arrival of humanity on the scene, that's the real turning point in the coconut story. It's what supercharged its trip around the globe. Just look at the difference between these two phases. It's night and day. Nature's way was effective, for sure, but it was slow, it was random, it was totally at the mercy of the ocean's currents. But when humans got involved, that was deliberate. People carried coconuts on purpose, taking them exactly where they wanted to go. And that just dramatically accelerated their spread across the planet. Okay, so how did this whole human-assisted migration actually play out? Well, it wasn't just one single event. It was more like 3 distinct waves of expansion, spread out over thousands of years. And each wave was led by a different group of people who all played a critical role in the coconut's world tour. First up, you had the incredible Austronesian seafarers. To them, the coconut was like the perfect survival kit for a long journey, a portable source of clean water and food for their epic voyages across the Pacific. Then came the Indian and Arab traders who carried the coconut along the busy trade routes of the Indian Ocean. And finally, European explorers from the 15th to the 17th centuries, they basically completed the global circuit, moving coconuts between their colonies in the Americas, Africa, and Asia, and for the first time, connecting all the world's coconut populations. So the coconut made it round the world. But why? Why was it so important that all these different cultures would carry it with them on these long, dangerous journeys? The answer is all about how incredibly useful it is. It earned this amazing reputation, the tree of life, for a very simple reason. In a lot of tropical cultures, the coconut palm literally provided almost everything a person needed to survive. It wasn't just food, it was a total life support system. I mean, just think about it. The young fruit has sterile drinking water inside. The mate is packed with nutrition. You can make oil from it for cooking and for light. The husk gives you fiber to make rope. Even the leaves and the trunk can be used as building materials. It was the ultimate multi-tool of the plant world. So in the end, the coconut story is really a tale of 2 journeys. First, an epic solo voyage powered by a brilliant natural design. And that was followed by a strategic global expansion driven entirely by its value to us. You could say that nature gave the coconut the ability to travel, but humanity gave it the world. And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. The coconut's journey is this powerful, ancient metaphor for globalization. So I'll leave you with this question. What are the coconuts of our time? What are the essential ideas or technologies that we're carrying with us across these new digital oceans to plant on new shores?